Once again, I'm in my kitchen, and I think that's for the last time in this series. And that's because we are nearly done. The only thing outstanding is paint. But if you haven't watched the last few videos, I have been on a journey to take this space from great to absolutely fantastic. And so far we have done three major things. One, we have added lights underneath this cabinet that was retrofitted to the kitchen. Two, we have tiled on both sides of the kitchen. Three, we have panels over on the dining side of the kitchen. But today is finally the day we connect all these things together to create a cohesive space using paint. And I'm sure you're wondering, what color, Sergi? And I've got it right here, however, not so fast. And I promise you, the wait is going to be worth it. I think I've made the right choice. But even as I speak to you now, I change my opinion every 5 minutes. I think it's going to be controversial. But we will leave that conversation for a little bit later. Before we can open the paint can, there's a lot of prep we need to do. Started with things we need to remove from the walls so we can paint behind them. Like this curtain pole, like this mirror, and like these lights. And like all this stuff behind me. The next thing we need to do is clean the walls. Remember, this is a working kitchen, which means there's grease on the walls and we need to get that grease out, otherwise the paint is not going to stick. And to do that, I got myself some sugar soap. I've never used this before, but apparently it is used by professionals to clean walls exactly as mine. And all we need to do is add 4.5 liters of water into this bucket together with about 30 millimeters of this, which means it's very concentrated. And then we're gonna use cloth to clean the walls just above the direct cooking area. That is done. The next step is to fill the holes that we have all over. So I've got a few over here from the curtain pole. I've got a couple of big ones here because the shelf used to be over on this side. And there's a few small ones around the room. So I'm gonna mix some filler, fill them in, and then we're gonna do sanding.
One, two, three, go!
A few moments later.
I think those are now dry, so I can go back and sand them all. There might be some cases of shrinkage, in which case I'll have to fill them up again and sand them again later. We are almost there. What I want to do now is lightly sand all the surfaces just to pick up any sort of imperfections, smooth it all out. It's also a very good idea to do for the paneling because at the moment it's primed, and it's always a good idea to sand the primer a little bit because that makes the paint finish much smoother when the paint is applied. So let's sand lightly, pick up any dust as much as we can, and then you are going to see the color. Let's do it. The prep is done. Are you ready for this? Yes, it's orange. And I know what you're thinking, because I've been thinking the exact same thing. It's going to be hideous. But I went back and forth and I played it in my mind and I tried it and I tried it again. And I have this voice inside of me that says, this is the color. I have doubts, but we are not going back. So let's go and do the first stroke together. Let's do this. we are a bit of a mixed bag at the moment. So as you've seen, we've done most of the corners with a lot of help from my wife as well. And we've also done the paneling, so one coat so far. And I think what I'm gonna do now is use the small roller to get into sort of difficult places, but not as difficult that will require a brush. Things like in here, in the boiler, up here, for example, I can get into there with a roller, and a few other places I need to do. And after that, I think I'm gonna start doing the first coat with a big roller. So you might have seen this in one of my previous videos, but I use masking tape with the rollers to make sure you can get out anything, any sort of fabric from the roller. I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera, but it picks up quite a few things, which is good because otherwise they're gonna end up on your wall. So yeah, let's do that. The first coat is done, and as you can see, I've opted for cover as much as you can approach instead of clean everything afterwards approach, which I think is safer. It only took 10 minutes to be fair, and I think it's gonna save us a hell of a lot of cleaning. So right now we are ready to do sealing. Let's go. First coat done in the whole room, at least one coat. I feel like I'm in an orange. It's a strange feeling, but I think I'm gonna get used to it. So I'm gonna do the second coat, but there's no reason for you guys to see. You will be back to peel off frog tape in a bit. Second coat done, and it's time to unpeel the frog tape, finally, after a few days. I hope it did its job. I guess we'll see now. Okay, it's not bad, but I think there's definitely a bit of cleaning to do. Underneath, nice and clean. Quite a few pieces. That wasn't too bad at all. A couple of places to touch up, but I think after that we should be fine. Also, a couple of places to caulk. Over here, there's a bit of a gap. We need to add some caulk to cover that up. There's a couple of places around the door and on the other side of the paneling. But I think after that, I'll return everything to its original place and we'll go for a final reveal. Let's go. Okay, small little bits and pieces done, like the caulking in a couple of places, a couple of small decorations, the curtain on the big window, the small window as well, and I think now is finally the time. Are you ready to see my orange? And that is that in the kitchen. How did you find this color? I had my doubts, and seriously, it's been 2 weeks since I painted it and I changed my mind nearly every single day. But now I think I love it. I think it looks fantastic. It looks very different everybody's doing greens and grays, and all of that is lovely, but I wanted to try something different, and I think this orange is just fantastic, especially on a sunny day like today. And I think this is everything in the kitchen. This is everything in this series. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you the next time. Take care.